Good evening, guys, or good afternoon. Um, Today we're going to be making an alternate history prediction once again from 2008. And as you see on your screen, yes, it is still Barack Obama, Senator Barack Obama, against Senator John McCain. But you probably already know what I'm going to say. Yes, this scenario will be if there is no Great Recession, which, as we know, in real life, practically destroyed John McCain's hopes of, sorry if there's any background noise, destroyed John McCain's hopes of being president. He plummeted in the polls in lots of key states, most notably Colorado, Virginia, sorry about that, Florida, etc., etc. We saw the landslide he lost by, but he won't have that to be blamed for his loss, as there won't be any recession. So, this is, again, if Bush, George Bush, W. Bush, who is the incumbent president right now, is somewhat favorable, around, I guess you could say, sorry about that, I guess you could say a 50% approval rating, then maybe, and then with no Great Recession, which, again, hurt the Republican Party. So let's get on with the safe states. The West Coast, again, always reliably Democratic. We'll leave Minnesota, but especially how Minnesota was there. So this home state of Illinois will go for Barack Obama. One of the state congressional districts in Maine is toss-up as of now, and so this is what we'll start off with. Senator Obama having 190. We'll start off with 190 electoral votes, and I'll say now for John McCain, his home state of Arizona will be safe. Not just lean, but safe. And I'll say Montana will be lean, Republican. Same thing with North Dakota, but I believe they will hold. I don't believe Nebraska will be safe. Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Alabama. We'll leave Georgia for now. South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, and let me just make sure, Alaska, and this is also if, I would assume Sarah Palin does do pretty well, doesn't have all her gaffes, etc. But yeah, so this will be the starting map. I did leave Missouri again because it was a bellwether state, and if you don't know what bellwether means, it basically means a state that voted for the winner in previous elections that has a streak. So example could be Ohio. Since the last election it didn't vote for the winner was in Nixon 1960 it went for Richard Nixon, but as we know he lost against JFK. So let's get on with the map. Senator Obama starts with 190 electoral votes to Senator McCain's 159. And I'll say North Carolina will be easily retained by Republicans. Same thing with Georgia. Not even with the landslide Barack Obama had, he could win Georgia. These states with a good amount of African Americans in it. And I'll say I think Colorado will go to John McCain again. This state did vote for about 4 or 5 points. I don't know if it was any worse or any better for John Kerry. In 2004, they went for George Bush. And I'll see same thing for Nevada, because I do believe John McCain will appeal to many Latino voters. Again, his immigration policy, sort of like the Gang of Eight immigration bill that again failed Congress. But yeah, I do believe he will be able to appeal to many Latino voters, many minorities, except African American voters, of course, because Barack Obama. He will appeal to those people, and that's why I believe he will carry Pennsylvania. I'm sure about that, but I do believe he will carry Pennsylvania because, again, his appeal to African American voters, he'll outplay John McCain in the suburbs, the Pittsburgh and Philadelphia suburbs. But if we, before I continue, if you don't remember, actually, in 2000, or before the Great Recession, the polls were actually very close. Pennsylvania was marked as a toss-up state. So was Wisconsin. Excuse me, not Wisconsin, Michigan, and Minnesota, along with Missouri. Well, Missouri was actually, I believe, it was still a toss-up as well. The same thing with Virginia and Florida, and New Mexico. So we'll start off, and I'll say New Mexico will hope for the Republicans. Because I believe, again, his immigration policy will help him in these. His immigration policy, I do believe, will help him in these western states with many minority votes, mostly Latinos. So it is, as you see, a very tight race. And also, right now, I don't think John McCain will carry that one congressional district in Maine because of his moderate, him being a moderate. And they're in Maine, they like more conservative people. So as you see, it's 211 to 208. And I'll say Wisconsin will hold blue because it was very liberal, not liberal but democratic. In 2008, it was still considered a Democratic stronghold, as we know. 4 years later with the other case, a different case, but I believe it will hold for Senator Obama as of now. But I'll say Iowa will go red because I believe John McCain will be able to appeal to many white evangelical voters, the white working class, conservative voters, independents, which, as we know, he got crushed in that category in 2008. So yeah, I believe that will go red. And now all these states on your map, except Missouri, went for Barack Obama. And I'll show you the first flip, which will be Florida, because I believe John McCain's appeal to more elderly voters, veterans, in the Panhandle conservative areas will outnumber the few Democratic counties, the big three down here in Miami-Dade, Broward County, again Orlando, Jacksonville. Yeah, well, Jacksonville is a toss-up county, I guess you could say. And then Mitt Romney and Trump did win that in 2012 and 16 respectively. But I believe that will go red because, again, and his appeal to Latino voters. His immigration policy, again, will help him in many of these states that have many minorities, so he will carry that state. And I'll say right now, I believe Missouri will hold for John McCain because of, again, even with the big landslide John McCain lost by, he still carried Missouri. So I believe the state could even not be competitive in a scenario where there is no recession, there are no pay gaps, there is no unpopular George Bush, etc., etc. So yeah, though I will say Michigan is going to go blue because, again, this thing was very democratic back then, well, this is just talking about 9 years in the past, so we'll say that we'll go blue, and we have states that Barack Obama did carry. Again, just saying, John McCain could win with Ohio, while Barack Obama has to win Ohio, plus he can't give up Ohio, that's basically it. But I'll say, I will say now, I believe Virginia will go red, because, and if you're looking at this map, it's starting to look more like if you're looking at this map, it's starting to look more like a Kerry v. Bush, because Virginia was very pro-war, pro-Iraq war, very military state. It was a solid Republican state. But again, the recession, big uprising in minorities, suburban votes, the suburbs, the Fairfax suburbs, being the fastest growing population center in Virginia, trending more Democratic. I believe the state will go red because of John McCain's appeal to white conservative voters again. The rural areas, he will appeal to those toss-up counties in the Fairfax suburbs, which will put him ahead of Barack Obama, and I believe he will carry this state, which is huge for him. As you see, he's already at 262. But I'll say right now, I don't think he will win Minnesota, despite the RNC being there. I think they most likely wouldn't hold it here, seeing how competitive the race was. I think they might have held it somewhere, maybe like Florida, maybe Colorado, Ohio, etc. I don't believe he will win this. So, as you see, in my John Kerry and John McCain prediction, these were the last two states I left. Though I do believe New Hampshire will go blue because Barack Obama's appeal to women voters. I do believe he will do well with his base. He'll bring his base out to vote in the state in particular, etc. He'll bring his base out, his things that favor the Democrats. He'll win in key town again. New Hampshire isn't such a big state, but it is a competitive state, so I do believe Barack Obama will slimly win that state. And now we're left with good old Ohio. Again, this did decide the 2004 election, essentially. 20 electoral votes, again, always key in elections. Voting for Bush in 2000 and 2004. And I'll say it right now, I believe Barack Obama will lose the state. John McCain will win the state because his appeal. Okay, Ohio is a pretty big state, but I'll say John McCain will win the state because, again, he will appeal to many moderates. He is a Republican moderate. He'll appeal to many conservatives. He is a Republican. He'll appeal to many independents. He's a moderate. He'll appeal to his conservative base, conservative areas, the elderly voting, elderly votes. I believe he will be competitive in these suburbs, down here in Cincinnati, up here in Lake County, etc. What you need to do, Lake County, what you need to do to win Ohio, bring out the vote in conservative areas. Again, all these conservative areas in Ohio. I keep saying conservative areas because that's honestly what John McCain will do good in this election. Bring out his base in conservative areas. Again, but it's just because it's true. Just by doing that, he'll outnumber the big suburbs up here in Cuyahoga County, down here in Cincinnati, etc. And John McCain will carry Ohio. He will win this election. 252 for Senator Obama and 286 for Senator McCain. And yeah, so this will be my final prediction for Alternate History 2008. Comment down if you disagree. I do see ways for Barack Obama to win. So if you do believe I was wrong, please comment down any states you believe I should have flipped. If you believe why Barack Obama would have lost or won, or maybe why John McCain would have won some other states. Yeah, I do see him winning New Hampshire. I do see him winning Wisconsin, these Rust Belt states. I do see Barack Obama winning a lot of these red states. I do see him winning again with his Western strategy, which would put him, which would make him win again. So this will be my final prediction. 286 for Senator McCain to 252 for Barack Obama. But yeah, I do so many scenarios for both candidates to lose and win. Lose and win. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. Please comment down any suggestions for new videos, anything. And yeah, I hope you did subscribe, or you did subscribe, you did stay, you did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next video.